Hi, everybody. Welcome to my show, Inspiring Lives with Lily Lau. And today we have a very special guest, Professor Technologist Dr. Murali Raman, coming to my show. Hi, Prof.
Hey Lily, how are you? My
Great,
CFO.
great, great. Thank you. Thank you very much. And do you know, Prof was certified by me in colored brain in 2016, and then subsequently he came back in 2007 to complete the full DC certification. Yeah, and let me quickly introduce who this great guy is. Right, Professor Murali Raman is an avid researcher, trainer, and educator. He's a Stanford certified design thinker, and he has been conducting training for more than 15 years. And as a Fulbright and Rhodes Scholar, he has a series of degrees. Okay, from London School of Economics, he has a Master in Science in HR, and then Imperial College MBA, and from Claremont, PhD in Management Information Systems. When I first met this guy and saw his bio, I asked myself, what can I teach him? Or what does he want to learn from me, actually? Yeah, okay. And Prof has authored more than 80 papers in journals, conference proceeding, book chapters, and a book. He is a winner of numerous awards as an outstanding educator, including an award as the nation's outstanding educator in IT management in 2016. And as a father of two, he is an avid vegetarian cook. And I often see him in Facebook showing off all his dishes. Yeah, Prof, right?
Yeah, Lily.
Yeah. Okay, truly, Prof, when I first met you, right, I wasn't sure, what is it that you want to learn from me. Yeah. Okay, so when you sign up for my course, right, what was your purpose?
Yeah, Lily, I think before the 2016 formal signing up as to become a certified trainer under your good self, I met you, I guess, somewhere along the lines of 2014, where you did a teaser on colored brain communication at that time Multimedia University. It was a teaser, and by teaser, I think it was a 1 day max, 1.5. I can't recall exactly, but
Yes.
probably a 1 day program.
Yes.
And at that time, I really wondered, well, whatever theoretical knowledge that I had, the formalized degrees that I had, this gave me a new perspective into life. It basically taught me that people process information differently, and they can be looked at it from a different sort of color coding perspective in terms of how the brain works and processes the world around us. So it was totally new, but I felt that 1 day wasn't enough because it had intrigued me with more questions. How does the brain function? How does that relate to our emotional drivers? How does that impact with our communication and leadership style? So that's why I said I needed more, and I was charged for more, and hence I signed up with you in 2016.
Okay, so right now, at that moment of time, right, when you went through the course, was there really anything new that you learned from me?
Yeah, I think I learned a lot of new things, as I mentioned, a lot of new things. But the main point, I guess, was my ability to sort of understand that it's not about how you think alone, how you process information from your perspective. It's how others do too. And once
Hmm.
we understand that, the world becomes a better place. Your work relationship becomes better. Your family relationships become better. My role as a husband, as a spouse becomes a lot better by just simply understanding that people process the world around them differently. They don't see things as you do. And I think DC training has really taught me that, and I apply it till this very day in my
Oh,
life.
wow. Okay, it's really good to hear that. And were there aha moments during
Yeah,
the process? Yeah.
yeah. As you know, when you certified me, I'm a green brain person. So green, very high level, very fuzzy at time, of course, flamboyant and interactive, always ready to sing songs, even in a formal meeting. But the aha moment is when I realized it. people weren't really appreciating certain things that I said. For example, emails, 1-2 lines emails, right? And if you're dealing with somebody who's a red brain, they will need a lot more details, data. And that time I was the dean of faculty. So there were people that I got along well with, and there were people that, I don't know where this chap is coming from, vice versa. So after your training, I realized I had to deal with different people differently. And my emails started changing, the tone of my email started changing, the level of detail for each email started changing, depending on the recipient. And I credit your good self and the DC training for that.
Wow, wow. Okay, okay. How about anything related to emotional drive?
Yeah, I think from an emotional driver perspective, that particular segment of the training really allowed me to understand and question why I did things. And over time, I realized one of my true calling is actually to become an educator in true sense. So playing the inspirational, so-called teacher sort of role, and not so much about, yeah, research is very, very important, but how you actually apply your research to your teaching and to the work that you do and how you inspire lives in that sense. So I think that really made a lot of sense. So it's the questioning why do you do this? Why do you do that? What's the driver? Why? So when you ask that level, you go down to that level of detail. It's like how the pyramids were built, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You start doing things and looking at the world differently. It
And
becomes
truly,
more passion
yeah.
driven, I guess.
Uh-huh. And this is what really makes you fulfilled, right? Feel happy.
Yes, yes, yes. And you
Okay.
wouldn't hesitate a single second to stop doing whatever you're doing if it's not your true purpose or true passion, which I've been through several times in the last few years.
Okay. And Prof, I'm going to ask you, right? What is your one word to describe the whole DC journey with me? What
I
was
think
your
it
one word?
resonates with what I told you earlier, Lily. Probably the one word would be empathy. Through the training, it has allowed and empowered me to sort of put myself into the shoes of others. And as a result of that, you really are getting deeper into their zone, into their emotional drive, into their way of processing information. Has helped me tremendously. So I guess that word would be empathy.
Okay, and I think that word also applied to me when I started to understand what DC is. Yeah, and I learned to be more empathetic towards people too. Truly,
Great,
truly,
great.
right? Okay, and who would you want to inspire through your work? You know,
Through
you
my
have so much.
through my work, I guess every class that I teach, whether it's a training class or if it's a class on a more educational, formal perspective, I guess these are the lives that I would like to inspire. And in a class of 20, if I can inspire probably say 10%, 2 out of 20 students, and who would come up to me one day and say, Prof, thank you very much. You've made an impact in my life. I think I would die a happy man. And so far that's been happening.
Ah,
Not only two, more than that, people actually come up and say, thank you so much. You've really been an inspiration to my life, and you've led me to do better things in life. So I guess, yeah, all students that I've come into contact with, and I hopefully will come into contact with, short term all the way to long term, I hope to inspire every single one of them
I'm sure
as an
you will touch
educator.
more than 10%. I'm sure. I'm sure. Yeah. And one last question. How would you
Sure.
want to be remembered?
I would like to be remembered as a bald professor who transformed lives through his teaching and training. Yeah,
Okay, okay, right. So this is your signature, right?
my signature. The bald
And to
man who
get
inspired me through his teaching and through his knowledge. Yeah,
yeah,
die a happy man.
yeah, and even with this headphone that you have, is also kind of like gels well with the baldness that you have.
Yeah, really. Hey,
Yeah,
me
yeah.
talking to you in the real world. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Okay, thank you very much, Prof, for coming to my show. And indeed, it's my pleasure and honor, to have you to share with us, some of your, feelings and aspirations towards all this, and all the inspirations, that you have in your life and people that you have touched. Yeah, and we
thank
will
you so
continue
much.
with this show, right? And we will
Sure.
continue to invite other people, all those who have attended my session and certified by me, right? And if you like this show, please, share this with people, right? Anyone whom you think that can be useful and that you can help to inspire other people, and do like us. Thank you very much, Prof, for attending.
Thank you, Sifu.
Thank you.